Next up, your 8 foundations of movement. So this is our physical assessment to figure out where you're strong, where you could use a little bit of help, where you move really well, where you could use a little bit of help. So, 8 foundations of movement. First one is your Cowboy Sit Plus. Does a good job of checking from the toes all the way up to the ankle, to the knees. Very good. Great look, especially in the plus portion with your dorsiflexion, which is a fancy term for bringing your knee in front of your toe without your heel coming up. Then next, takes a good look at the hip. As far as rotation, with your shin box plus, you get it in the position, see both sides, drop down on the elbow, test that strength. Next, we're looking at the back of the hips. Bridge, squeeze. Looking at the glute, a little bit of hamstring, seeing if you compensate, if you don't. Really nice to see how you do left versus right. Next one is your hip flexor march. Pretty straightforward, not a clever name. It really looks at how strong your hip flexors are. That's it. Next one, we'll get into kind of this area. So you got your wall angel. Pretty good like postural assessment. If you only do one postural assessment, I think that that's the one. Really looks at how well you can achieve and maintain a neutral spine with a dynamic stimulus. It sounds really fancy, but go check it out on our YouTube page. It's not that hard. Then your rotating plank, which cleans up now the rest of what I really wanted this to look at, which is this gets the last of those 12 core muscle groups, everything from your neck to your knees. So this really looks at your core, those 12 muscle groups, as well as the lowest hanging fruit that I've seen with my patients forever. So wanted to work it into something that you can do in like 20, 25 minutes. Go check out that video, it's super important. Rotating plank, really looking through here, front of the hips, side of the hips, adductor group, everything's getting hit there. Then the last two are your neck range of motion. Important, because if you can't look to the left, you're going to turn your whole body to the left. And something like that can end up rearing itself as lower back pain or hip problems. You just want to clear that, make sure it's good. It doesn't take very long, but it's really important. And then the last one is single leg balance. Super fast, standing on it, 20 seconds, eyes open, 10 seconds, eyes closed. This is your 8 foundations of movement. That's that next part of that pyramid, and really important to get these under control, and then you can really start into working into the exercise, because that's where you're going to start to get more strength and more power. This is more isolated strength and range of motion work.